So first we have to discuss. So today we are going to discuss. We have left with the SD chart. That is not the S chart. So what is S chart? Let us discuss first. So standard deviation chart. This S chart is also called a standard deviation chart. So in the industry, we call it as standard deviation chart. So remember this one, standard deviation chart. So standard deviation chart. Okay. This is also called S chart. So next one, this S chart is used to control the variability. So when I am repeating the 2 times, 3 times means remember the point. So S chart is used to control the variability. S chart is used to control the variability. What is meant by variability means, suppose we have taken a sample. In that sample we have 10, 9, maximum value, minimum value is 10 and maximum value is 20. Minimum value is 10 and maximum value is 10, 20. Then which chart we have used? R chart we have used. Range chart means within the sample, to control the variability we have used the R chart. Similarly, we have to use the S chart. So to control the variability, we have to use the S chart and R chart only. Remember the point. To control the variability within the sample, you have to use the range chart, S chart. That means nothing but how the sample values are there in one sample. If you take one sample, suppose later there is a one number is there, highest number is 100, so lowest number is 1. So difference 99 difference is there. So to know about the difference between the minimum value and the maximum value, so that you call it as the variability. Similarly, S chart is also used to control the variability. Variability nothing but the difference between the maximum and minimum value, like that. So if sigma is not known, if standard deviation is not known, how to do the S chart? We are framing the 3 sigma control limits. Control line is S bar. S bar. Control line is S bar. Upper control line is B4 into S bar. So lower control line is B3 into S bar. So when I am asking lower control line of the S chart means you have to say B3 S bar. Upper control line of upper control line is B4 S bar. What is meant by S bar means S bar is nothing but the summation of the total standard deviation. Add all those one divided with the number of samples. So summation of the standard deviations of the samples. You sum all the standard deviations of each sample and divide with the number of samples. You will get the S bar. Okay. So this is about this one. Next one, just this is a only one problem we come across with in the textbook. So there are no number of problems. Number of problems are not there. These problems we will never use this S chart in the industry. So it is very rare cases we will use the industry. So we will just discuss. So what he has given is that in a glass factory, the task of quality control was done with the help of mean and standard deviation charts. So 18 samples. This you have to remember. How many samples are there? 18 samples. Each sample has 10 items. That you have to find it. Okay. You have to remember. Sigma x and sigma s values he has given. Sigma x is 595.8. Sigma s is 8.28. We have to find out the 3 sigma limits. Already he has given. This is the table values. A1 value is how much? B3 value is how much? B4 value is how much? For n is equal to 10. N is equal to 10 means number of items in each sample. This table, there is no need to go through the table. So already table values also he has given here. Now we have to prepare a control chart. Control chart is nothing but S bar. S bar. But what you know is 8.28. 8.28 is how much? Sigma S. That means summation of the standard deviations. S bar is what? The formula? Summation of the standard deviations divided by number of samples. Number of samples is different from the, each sample is having how many items? Number of samples is 18. So upper control line is this much, lower control formula is this much, S bar formula is this much. Therefore, 8.28 summation of the standard deviation is 8.28. Number of samples is 18. Sorry, 0.46. Therefore, S bar is nothing but 0.46. S bar completed. B4 is how much? 1.72. B3 is how much? 0.28. So all the values, just you substitute, you will get the answers. Control line is 0.46. 0.46. Upper control line B4 is how much? 1.72 into 8.28 by 18, that is equal to 0.7912. Similarly, lower control line B3 is how much? 0.28. S bar is how much? 8.28 by 18. So simplify that one, you will get the answer. So 0.1288. So this is about the S chart. S chart means you have to control line is S bar. Remember these points. Control line is S bar. Upper control line is B4 S bar. Lower control line is B3 S bar. Okay. S chart where you have to use. Once again, I am telling this point. S chart you will use to control the variability within the sample. Within the sample, you have to control the variability. We will use the S chart or range chart. Here we are using the S chart. Okay. Next we will go for the revision of the statistical quality control. So we are doing the revision. So the entire concepts are completed. Now we are going for the revision. So statistical quality control can be simply defined as economic effective system, so and so. So production. So this will be used in production where we can produce the manufacturing unit producing a rim of a cycle, producing a rim of a car. That in that cases we will use the statistical quality control methods. Okay. So next one, control the manufacturing process through statistical control charts. Okay. Next one, inspection of articles by the acceptance sampling technique. So using the control charts, we will define acceptance sampling technique. That means we have to accept that sample or reject the sample. Using the control chart only we have to decide. That is the acceptance sampling technique. Okay, next one. In control chart, what is the, remember, central line is there, upper control line is there, lower control line is there. Control line you have to write it as C dot L, upper control line is UCL, lower control line is LCL. You have to remember one point. While writing upper control line for X bar, UCL write X bar here. For writing the R chart, UCL R bar. For writing the upper control line for S chart, UCL S suffix S. So that is the, remember you have to one thing. So this is the control line, this is the upper control line, this is the lower control line. This you have to already it. Next. So here, so all the values within the control lines, then we can say that it is lower control line is this blue line, upper control line this one. So all the values are within the upper control line and the lower control line. So what we are the conclusion we have to say, the process is under control. The process is under control. Next, control charts. In general, we have to define to be the two types, variable charts and attribute charts. What is meant by variable charts? Remember this point. Variable charts, when you have to use, when you come across with measuring, that means weight. Suppose if you are producing the 1 rupee coins, otherwise 20 rupees coins in producing in a factory, 20 rupees coins. So the weight should be suppose 10 grams. So that is measurable. That type of charts you have to use the variable charts. Measurements. That means height, weight, length, diameter. Everything comes under the variable charts. That what is meant by attribute charts? That we cannot measure. that you come across with the attribute charts. Remember the point. These 2 points. Variable charts means measurable. Remember the point. Variable charts means measurable. Attribute charts means not measurable. That means sometimes in a bulb factory, let us consider a bulb factory, you cannot measure the bulb width or length, something. Bulb, you will test whether it is a defective bulb or non-defective bulb only you can say. Remember the point. Whether it is a bulb is a defective or not a defective. That means pass or fail, good or bad, like that. That means which cannot be measurable comes under the attribute chart. Generally, we remember the if a defective means we will use the attribute charts. In general, remember you have to attribute chart means defective. Variable chart means measurable. So variable charts, in variable charts we have the X bar chart is there, R chart is there, also S chart is there, that we are not going to use much in the industry also. X bar chart, R chart and S chart also is there in the variable charts. Whereas in attribute charts we have the P chart and C chart. Also NP chart is also there. P chart and NP chart both means the same on an equal. So P chart, NP chart and C chart. So we will discuss one by one. X bar chart. X bar chart is used, so considered for controlling the variations in the average. Remember the point, X bar chart or mean chart is used to control the mean between the samples. So remember this point once again. So mean chart is used to control the mean between the samples, to control the to control the mean between the samples. Whereas R chart is used to control the variability within the sample. R chart and S chart is used to control the variability within the sample. Whereas mean chart is used so to vary between the samples. Okay, between the samples. So already you know the formula. X double bar plus A2 R bar for mean chart. Lower control limit is X double bar minus A2 R bar, where R bar is equal to something. So this is this one. Next one, range chart. For range chart, D4 R bar and D3 R bar formulas are there. Okay, central line is nothing but R bar. So D4 R bar, D3 R bar, and control line is R bar. Okay. So when a point is outside the control limits, that means this is upper control line, this is lower control line. This point is above the upper control line. This point is below the lower control line. That means these two samples are out of process control. Then what we have to do? Remember this point. If some 2 points are there, here 2 points are out of control. Then what we have to do is conclusion. You have to write it as so and so. Fifth sample and third sample are the process out of control. But in the industry, what we have to do is the why it happened. We have to go through that one. Why it happened and why this is out of that one. That means our raw material is this point we have to remember. Why these 2 points are outside? That we have to remember. That we have to analyze whether the raw material is different or something else. Suppose if the raw material is different in that particular sample, what we have to do? We have to correct the raw material sample and follow up. Next, you have to design a new statistical quality control chart. Again, remember this point. If these 2 points are out of control, just you analyze and fix the problem, and again you have to draw the statistical quality control chart. Then what happens? These 2 points are inside the upper control limit and lower control limit. Okay, next, C chart. C chart is used, already we have discussed. C chart is used number of defects. That means, so here defects per unit. That means suppose 1 meter cloth, if you consider how many defects are there. Suppose in a glass, how many dots or defects are there in a per 1 by 1 meter into 1 meter glass, how many defects are there? That you have to use the C chart. So C chart formula is C bar plus 3 into root C bar minus 3 into root of C bar, where C bar is equal to, this is the upper control line. Similarly, P chart. P chart is used, P chart is used, here also P chart is nothing but the defectives. Remember, P chart, NP chart and C chart is used for defectives only. So P chart means fractional defective. This means you have to remember fraction defective P chart. Okay. P chart formula P bar plus here 3 into, in place for 3 sigma control limits you have to write here 3. For 2 sigma control limits you have to write 2. Okay. NP chart. NP chart is also like that. But this chart is not a fractional defective chart. P chart is fraction defective. This is not a fraction defective chart. Okay. Next NP chart formula is NP bar plus 3 into something, NP bar minus 3 into, here what he has written is the maximum of 0 something. That means if a lower control line is, you come across with a negative value, remember this point. If you come across with the lower control line is a negative value, automatically you have to consider that one as a 0. Remember, once again I am saying, if you come across with a lower control line as a negative value, treat it as 0. Okay. Next one. Here the formulas I am saying. Control line formula, NP chart. NP bar only. Upper control line is NP bar plus so and so. Lower control line is 3 into NP bar minus 3 into root NP bar minus 1P bar. Similarly, C chart formula is C bar. Upper control line is C bar plus 3 into root of C bar. Lower control line is minus here. Similarly, upper control line, if the standard deviation is given, upper control line is x double bar plus 3 into sigma by root n. What is the control line formula? X double bar only. Okay. Similarly, P chart formula, control line is P bar. Upper control line is P bar plus 3 into root of P bar into 1 minus P bar by n. Lower control line is P bar into 1 minus P bar by n. Okay. Next one. Control line is X bar, mean chart. So upper control line is X double bar plus A2 R bar. Lower control line is X double bar minus A2 R bar. Here control line is X bar. Okay. Next one, range chart. Control line is R bar. Upper control line is D4 R bar. Lower control line is D3 R bar. Okay. Here the formula is this one you have to use when the standard deviation is given. This formula is you have to use when the standard deviation is not given. Here it is the range chart formula. P chart, NP chart, C chart. Okay. Control S chart formula, S bar control line. Upper control B4 S bar. Lower control line is B3 S bar. Okay. So this is completed. Introduction to the statistical quality control. Now we will go to the day 1. That means day 1 first, how we did the problem. Somewhat speedily I will go to this one because already we did this one. So this is the control tables, A1, A2, A3, so on. Here is the sample size. Suppose for sample size 7, what is the D1 value means? D1 value for sample size, this one means 0.205, you have to write. Okay. 3 decimals are there, therefore 0.205. Okay. Now control chart. Here the sample numbers he has given. 10 samples are there. Already he has given mean. Range also he has given in the problem. So what we have to do is the first we have to find out the summation of the mean. Similarly, summation of the range. Add all these values. So next one, what you have, this is you call it as the summation. This you call it as mean summation of the sigma x bar. This is range summation is called sigma r. Control line formula is what? X double bar. Control line formula is X double bar. X double bar, how will you get? Sigma x bar by n. N stands for how much? How many samples are there? 10 samples are there. Therefore, 546 is the control line. So upper control line, if you come across with the range, in terms of range, formula is what? X double bar plus A2 R bar. R bar, how will you get to? We know sigma r. R bar is nothing but sigma R by n, number of samples. So 840, this value 840 by 10, 84 you are going to get. So x double bar is this much, R bar is this much. A2 value already in the table you come across with. So just to substitute the values, you are going to get it as 84. A2 value 0.483. So upper control line is 586.57. Similarly, you find the lower control limit. So next what you have to do, you have to draw a chart. Now I am going to chart. On x-axis always you have to consider the sample points. How many samples? 10 samples. Right on the x-axis. We are constructing a mean chart. Therefore you take the mean values only. Don't take the range values. Mean values. So if you do that one, you are going to get this one. So here some samples are outside the upper control line and lower control line. Now you have to, at that particular sample, you have to analyze the what happened, and again you have to construct a control chart. Okay, this is the upper control line. This you call it the control line, upper control line and lower control line. So this is out of control. This is also out of control. Okay, sample points fall outside the control limits, therefore the process is out of control. Similarly, we have one more problem. So he has given a data. Now he has given a raw data. Now we have to find out this one. So sample observations he has given. In sample one, we have how many observations? 5 observations are there. So sum this one. 347 you are going to get. So how you will get the mean? 347 divided by 5 you will get the mean. That mean is 69.4. Here you are going to get. Similarly, range. How will you get the range for this sample? Highest value minus lowest value. So you are going to get it as 45. So if you do this one, you are going to get the values like this. Next, what you have to do is summation of. Now this problem is converted into the previous problem. Summation of the mean. Similarly, summation of the range. Control line is x double bar. That means 859.2 by number of samples. Number of samples is how much? 12. Divided with, you are going to get 71.6. R bar is nothing but summation of R is this much, divided with how much? Again 12. You are going to get 59.67. So now we have to find out for n is equal to 5, A2 value from the tables is 0.58. X bar chart, control line is x double bar. That means 71.6. Upper control line is x double bar plus A2 R bar. X double bar is this much. Okay. A2 is how much? A2 is 0.58. A2. R bar is how much? R bar is 59.67. Just substitute in this one. You are going to get the value. Similarly, you find the lower control line, lower control limits. So next, R chart formula. R chart is nothing but R bar formula. R bar is how much? Already here the value you did that one. That is 59.67 is R value. Next, D4 R bar, D3 R bar. Upper control line is D4 R bar. D4 from the chart on tables you have to get it. D4 R bar. D4 R bar. D4 is 2.11. Similarly, D3 R bar. D3 R bar means D3 R bar. D3 is equal to 0. You are going to get R bar is equal to 59.67. So you are going to get it as 0. Control in R bar, D4 R bar, D3 R bar. Next we will go to the next this one. Control chart for mean. This is a diagram only. Okay, this is completed. So next we are going for the day 1 completed, I think so. Next you go for the day 2. Day 2, what it says is that when you come across with a standard deviation, when you come across with the standard deviation is given. If a standard deviation is given, how you have to solve the problem? That is means problem. Just go through the problem. 0.00032 by 2. That means 0.0016. 3 sigma control limits is x bar only. X bar already has given. Therefore, control line is over. Upper control line is x double bar plus 3 into sigma by root n. For that one, we did the sigma by root n. Sigma already he has given. N is already he has given. Root n, that's why 2 I have written. So x double value, you know, 3 value already is 3. Sigma by 1 value is this one. Just to substitute in this one, you are going to get the values, you are going to get the value 0.5278. Similarly, you can follow the lower control limit. Okay. This problem is nothing but when standard deviation is given, you have to use these two formulas. Okay. Next, 2 sigma limits means in place of 3 you have to write 2. Okay. This is no doubt at all. Next, this is very important problem, very important. So here this problem you can do it using the this formula or using the this formula, because r bar has given and standard deviation is also given, but for better understanding we will use the standard deviation method. Here mean range means r bar is equal to 2.32 times of standard deviation. So standard deviation is, remember this formula. Therefore d2 is equal to what is the formula, r bar by sigma. Otherwise, sigma is equal to what is the formula? R bar by D2. Remember the formula. From this one, sigma is equal to how much you are going to get? R bar by D2. Okay. So R bar by D2. So R bar is equal to, so let us check it. What he is saying is the D2 value you have to find out. Small d2 is, for n is equal to 5, small d2 value is how much? 2.32. That is in the tables. So d2 value completed. Sigma standard deviation he has given. No, he didn't given the standard deviation. R bar he has given. R bar is equal to 7.0. From that one you conclude the sigma. So 2 R bar is equal to 2.32 sigma. So what happens here? R sigma is equal to R bar by 2.32. R bar is equal to how much? 7. 7.0 is nothing but 7. 7 by 2.32. Just substitute that one. So remember this formula. Sigma is nothing but R bar by D2. So then what happens? Just to substitute the values, you will get the limits. 3 sigma control limits. Same.